to rebuild, you know, I've just applied for sites up in Foster, but I've also had to buy a camper van just to get up to my hives, right? Yeah, so, you know, it's not easy to just flick the switch and rebuild in the blue zone. So that's the tricky thing, that, you know, you're talking, as you pointed out, big space that we're dealing with.
It's all very depressing, but we've got to think positive and hope that they can eradicate it.
They're very confident and they're very capable. They're very capable. The people who are doing it are really bright people, and the people who are really actively speaking against it typically aren't. So it's nice to sometimes get that balance.
There's always people that are naysayers and they don't believe in the
there's frustration.
processes. Look at when we all got COVID.
Yeah.
There's people that wouldn't get vaccinated, wouldn't wear masks. The same thing applies to beekeeping.
Yeah.
They think they can do whatever they like. They can move hives, they can buy queens, they can
Catch swarms.
sell hives to people. And there are always going to be those sort of people around.
But the other thing is, really small things can have massive effects. So one of the taree move, you know how there are two distinct red zones in taree, maybe you don't, but there's two distinct red zones in taree, and they were a recent one, because it was like this came from nowhere. But one of them was someone who moved their flow hive from the Central Coast, and it's destroyed a commercial beekeeping venture that has over 3,000 hives. It's moved into the red. You know, it's one person. And another one is another person who moved their hive. Apparently, this is what I've heard. Again, it's all, you know, but from the Hunter Valley, and another destruction of massive commercial beekeeper ventures in Taree. You know, and this is multi-generation stuff. Like I was talking to Cole Wilson the other day, who many of you would have bought queens from for us. It's destroyed his entire operation. Everything he's built. You know, he's been a queen breeder, the president of the Queen Breeders Association of Australia. He's got lines that he's been generating and securing for the last 50 to 60 years. And then it's all gone. You know, he's managed to save some queens, but he doesn't know whether they'll survive. He doesn't know how he's going to manage it. He's feeding them constantly, like what effect that has on breeding. Unbelievable. Such little things can have such broad sweeping effects. So, you know, when we're talking about not catching swarms and not moving them, if we catch it, if someone catches a swarm and moves it, even within the purple zone, and it's got Varroa, then the purple zone, that new red zone is going to be somewhere deep in the purple zone. And 10 kilometres is a big radius. It's a huge radius when you think about it. It's not a diameter, it's a radius. So we're talking about a 20-kilometre diameter. Massive spaces. The purple zone will extend another 25-kilometre radius. You know, the very fact that we're worried about French's Forest, that's from your minor. You know, that's from the other side of the Hawkesbury we're talking about here. There are people in Palm Beach getting their beehives destroyed because the red zone happens to cross the Hawkesbury at that point. But they've got to comply with it. So yeah, it's treated seriously. The people who I talk to and I deal with, because obviously I'm a red zone affected commercial beekeeper there, really good. Like, they're actually very good and they know what they're doing. And the science behind it is awesome. It's not beekeepers running the show, and thankfully. You know, like there's real science behind it, and check it. So we've got to give it a chance, because if it comes in, it's just going to be a complete mess. It's going to be really hard.
A lot of people taking up golf.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks again, Andrew.
No worries. Cheers.
Stick around and have a cup of tea or coffee and have a chat, and you're quite welcome.
If there are any questions anyone's got, come and have a chat.